how to make some really yummy beef burritos for Super Bowl Sunday. They can be made the day ahead. You can wrap them up, put them in the fridge, and then the day of the game, you're gonna throw them in the oven, wrapped in foil, and I'll show you how to do it. So what we have out here is 5 pounds of a rump roast. And as you can see, I shredded it. And let me tell you, I, for years, used to think, can I shred this any faster? So when I cook my rump roast, this morning I put it on. Typically I would put it on at night and then shred it in the morning. It's always easier to shred when it's warm. I put this on early this morning, went to work all day and came home. And my wonderful husband had taken it out for me and put it in a bowl. And I use this. How many of you have used your mixer to shred your meat? You cannot like leave it in there for a long, long time or it will just like make it really mushy. So you just want to kind of hit it in different spots in your bowl until it looks like this. And this is what you have, your shredded meat in like literally seconds. It's amazing. So try it. I think you'll like it. You'll love it. All right, this is a recipe I made up years ago when I was trying to come up with food for my hunters. My husband's a big bow hunter and my boys and all of his friends. And so I needed something I could just roll up in foil, they could throw it in, if they were in a trailer, they could throw it in the oven in the trailer. But if they were just doing the old-fashioned camping, you can throw this in a skillet. It would heat up for them at night when they come in, when they were tired from hunting all day and they didn't have to mess with cooking. So we're gonna get started here. So you get your meat all shredded. Then we are gonna take, you know me, and my Bueno Hatch green chili. And it is the hot, of course, but there is mild, medium, and hot. I like the hot. So what I do is, because the meat will absorb a bunch of the juices, and then your meat will get a little bit soggy. So you don't want too much moisture in there. Otherwise, then your tortillas that you're gonna wrap them in, when they're sitting, will end up soggy. So you don't want that. So what I do is I take just a little bowl, and as you can see, there's some juice in there from my other tub of green chili. And I will put about anywhere from a tub and a half, which is a 16-ounce tub of chopped green chili. I will put all of that into my roast beef that I have shredded here. Then I save this juice because one, if I need to add some moisture back in, I can put it back in there and add that really good roasted green chili flavor from the juices that it comes with the chopped green chili. So we take that and then we dump it into our meat, and then we're gonna mix it. And the only seasonings that I put in this, it is like the simplest recipe to make ahead and have. I like garlic powder and garlic salt and a little bit of onion powder. And so those of you that don't like to touch the food, feel free to slap some gloves on, but I like to just get my hands in there and mix it up. It just seems to mix up easier. So 5 pounds, just shy of 5 pounds of roast. And I don't measure, but for those of you that measure, this is garlic powder, and we're gonna put in a good amount because garlic powder does not have salt in it. For those of you that don't cook a lot, it's a powder that is a garlic flavor. So I will shake a bunch of that in there and then just mix and just keep mixing it so that you get all the way in the bottom and just mix it really, really well. This is a recipe that when you roll them up into the burritos, I have used them for hunting, campouts, whatever, picnics, but you can also deep fry these, you guys, and they make amazing like chimichangas. You can make a homemade enchilada sauce to go over the top of them once you've deep fried them. or you can grill them on a big griddle and just get them a little crispy. And you can serve them like that for game day as well. I like doing that. Some of them I leave plain because some people don't like theirs grilled, but grilling them is amazing. So try that. And then to this, I am going to put not a lot. I will even shake it in my hand so I can kind of look at it. It's probably still less than a teaspoon of garlic salt, okay? And just keep mixing it around. And you can, on this one, you can try your meat, try a bite. See if it is salty enough for you. But remember, to this, we are going to add into a tortilla with the meat, Monterey Jack cheese. And some of you might be thinking, oh, I wonder why she's only using the Monterey Jack cheese. Some people use cheddar cheese a lot. In these burritos, I'm telling you, the best cheese to use in it is Monterey Jack. It is amazing. Mixed with this roast and green chili. It is really, really good. So once you have all your seasonings mixed in here and it's ready to put into a tortilla, you're gonna warm your tortillas for about 40 seconds, or if you're warming the whole package, you can do about 50 seconds. I like to keep mine in my little tortilla warmer right here, and they stay pretty warm the whole time you're rolling. So what I'll do is take my cheese, bring it over here. I'm gonna move this out of the way. So you guys can tell, hopefully you can. I can do this and there's very little liquid that's coming out, and this is where you want the meat. When it gets to this point, you don't want juice. I can feel juice in my fingers. There's a little bit dripping out. So I'm actually not gonna even add any of this juice to it because I don't want it to make my tortillas soggy. So you take out a tortilla, put it down. I like cheese on the top and on the bottom. I don't want to bite my burrito and have a wad of cheese just on the bottom part. So I'll put a little bit of cheese in the bottom. You're gonna take just, gosh, if I had to guess, you could do like a half a cup, or if you like them nice and full, you can put more meat. I will do about a little over a half. That's about 3/4 of a cup of meat. Then sprinkle some cheese on top, depending on how much of a fan you are of cheese. Some people like more, some people like less. Then I like to take and fold it in. You're gonna fold it in. You're gonna pull your meat to the middle, pull it in on both sides. Then you're going to fold up the bottom side while you kind of tuck those little corners in, and you're gonna roll it and kind of smush it. And then you've got like a really yummy burrito. And again, you can stick a little toothpick in these, and then you can put it in some oil that you have heating up on the stove, and it will be amazing. It'll be amazing. So try them fried, try them plain, whichever way you want. And then just keep moving along with them. And I like to put them in foil in my fridge, especially, sorry about that guys, especially if I know that we're going to be using them to go camping or anything like that. I will usually, not necessarily this big a piece, but put it in the corner, fold it in, and roll them up. And there you go. And then just start stacking them up, and you've got your burritos for game day. And do them however you want. The tortillas I like to use, I used a different brand tonight to try it out. But the brand, typically, I like a soft, kind of a chewy tortilla. They roll better. They don't break when you're stretching them to put that meat and cheese in them. And I do like the Mission brand flour tortillas. For those of you that have family that cannot, and we have a few members that can't have gluten, they do make a gluten-free one. and it's really good. So try this for those in your family that can't have the gluten in their tortillas. But I hope you try this. And I also will save the broth from my meat that it's cooked in, because that broth is so good. You can use it for all kinds of other things. I will take this, I will make a roux, and I will make like a green chili sauce and throw in another kind of meat, maybe sauteed pork. Don't throw your broth out. Save it for a few days at least until you know you're not going to be using it, because it's great broth, okay? Now, something I love, love, love to have, this is another little side dip that you can put on a chimichanga. You can eat it with chips, a Serrano sauce, okay? Really quick here. I'm gonna move our meat out of the way. And this is a 8-ounce brick of cream cheese that I have softened in the microwave. This is about 4 Serrano chili peppers that I chopped up, okay? You can add a little at a time. So what I like to do with this dip is mix your cream cheese. Just get it to where it's nice and creamy. And again, this is to taste. So this, I'm not gonna put a whole lot of garlic salt, just a few sprinkles. And then we're gonna use a little bit of garlic powder in here, not like we did with the meat, because you just want a little bit in there. Now, when you add these, add them sparingly, because Serrano chilies are hot. They're really hot. So I'm gonna put that in, and to this, we mix. You can see the little specks of green in there. And then you're gonna add half and half until it gets to a consistency that you like, that you wanna stick a chip in, or if you want to put it on top of chimney, like if you've taken the burritos that we just rolled up, you can take and put a dollop of that on top of it. Put your whatever enchilada sauce you like on top of it, and then put this over it with some shredded lettuce, some chopped up tomato and onion. Oh, you guys, so good. But for game day, make life easy. All this stuff can be made, look, in just minutes. You can make this. And this is a little bit, this is the consistency that I would use to put it on top of my chimichangas. And if I wanted to use it for a dip with my chips, or to dip a burrito or a taquito, those of you, a lot of you might be having taquitos on game day. We will be having taquitos. We're gonna have a lot of different things. So I hope you guys will go to Mixin' with Robin, and you'll look up some of the recipes that are already on there. The queso, amazing. You will love that. Try the queso, try the bean dip, try the little wieners wrapped in bacon with the brown sugar. There are so many different variations that you can do. But now this is a little bit thinner. And this is where you're gonna wanna see, hey, maybe I need a little bit more salt. Maybe I need a little bit more Serrano. For me, I would want more Serrano, because you know me, I like it a little bit hot. So I would put a few more of the Serranos. And whenever you add liquid to it, just remember, you're gonna take away a little bit of the heat and a little bit of the salty. Every time you add some liquid in, you're gonna have to taste it again and make sure that you still have enough salt in it, enough of the milk product in it, whatever. You can use full-on cream if you want. I like the half and half because it's not as thick, thins it out really nice. And this will thicken in the fridge when you leave it. So you'll have to add a little bit of half and half when you pull it out. So if you make it the day before game day, go ahead, pull it out, and I even like to serve it warm. It is so good served warm. You can heat it up and eat it. And then you can just pour it right into your bowl. Pour some into a dip bowl and serve it with tortilla chips. Have that. And like I said, grill the burritos and make them into chimneys, whatever you guys would like. And remember that every day is not going to be a good day, but that there is good in every day. So go find the good and then go share it. Have a burrito with somebody.